First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and believe it, I'm just now waking up. Apparently I took a cat nap for a couple of minutes, and boom, woke back up, and I'm thinking it's probably 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Usually what time I get up when I have one of these cat naps, but I figure I woke up and it's like only 10 or 11 o'clock. So I figured, heck, might as well just do some work. I like my job. I like what I do. I enjoy the technology I'm working with right now. And yes, and when I get up in the morning, it's like a kid in a candy store. First thing I do is go racing toward the Black Widow. All right, so what is the difference between everyday fabric? Because I didn't get a chance to finish the caption. Hold on. Let me go to my computer and finish this off. I have to go to my computer and finish the rest of it because for some reason they only give you 60. I don't know why they only give you 60 letters to write with, because the minute you go live, they give you the full 100. But then I got to go back to my computer and put the rest of it in because it doesn't even sound right in the title. But as I'm waiting for my machine to warm up, I'll explain what we do here. So as I told you before, anytime we do a demonstration with a screen versus a black screen, you have to be able to show at the end of the day that your product is different from another product or maybe another solution to basically do your product. So when we do the black fabric screens, we do get some people that will say, well, I can do the same thing with the black bed sheet. I can do the same thing with black fabric. I'll get the same results. The problem you're going to have is, like I said before, same thing with black paint, the same thing with the same thing with black paint, the same thing with black material and so forth when we're doing the screen paint products. You're going to have people want to say, well, what's the difference? I was just in the forum site today and someone was showing off a 200-inch gray screen, and I was explaining to them that, yeah, nice screen and all, not to put them down or anything, but at the end of the day, and I say that a lot, it's my favorite word. Attention, I don't know I'm saying it at the time. But anyway, and explain to them that no matter what kind of gray screen you have, they can't see contrast or color. So of course we get the usual going and carrying on in the room. We don't know what we're talking about until we start showing pictures and videos of our test demonstrations, and then things get quiet real quick. So anytime you are developing any form of technology, you have to be able to show the difference between one and another. You have to, because this will come up quite often in conversations. If you can't, then somebody else will out your product as being a fake at the end of the day. So give me a minute. Okay. Sorry about that. That's much better. I have to have everything just right. Okay, so I had to go in there and change that for a minute because it only gives you 60. I don't know why they do that. YouTube, if you're going to update anything, please update the fact that you can put 100 charters in, 100 letters in when you do a live stream, because you only give us 60. And then we have to go back in if we don't have enough, go back to the main computer and add that in there. It becomes a bit of a headache. So if you're going to do updates, please put that one in there. That would be nice. That would make things a little easier for us. All right, so as I said before, anytime that you're going to be doing any form of technology, you have to have a comparison, which means you must show the difference between one or another. Now, when we talk about when it comes to the black technology we develop, I've said this before, any black surface is going to pull contrast. This is easy with no problem whatsoever. The problem you're going to have when it comes to black technology is white levels. That is going to be your main strong point. If white levels don't pull, this means this is going to affect your color greatly, because at the end of the day, you're going to have a surface that's going to be so dark and so saturated, it's not going to be able to pull that bright white level, the skin tones, none of that's going to pull. So let me show you something else. That is what happens when you take everyday fabric and you don't have our coating attached to it. So the coating that we apply to this everyday surface that anybody can pick up at Amazon, we know this is going to happen. Like I said, this is why you have to do these tests to back your stuff up. Because you're always going to have naysayers. No matter what you do in life, you will have them. And you have to be able to back your products up at the end of the day. If you cannot back your products, then you're at the, you're at the mercy of those who basically that will deny your product and say that it's just everyday, whatever it could be. This is why I explain this over and over again. People think I do this because I'm just basically jumping on something. No, at the end of the day, you have to do this. This is a requirement that has to be done. Anytime you develop a new form of technology, you have to show that there is a difference. Like Goodyear can show you there's a difference between their Firestone tires and somebody else's tires. Something different about their tires. So far, they cost the way they cost for the price of what they are. Reason why. When you have screens that are gunmetal screens that are designed to pull heavier, darker contrast levels, what is the difference between the Daylight's new screen and a black diamond? There has to be a difference in there between the two. Engineered, how they function, how to design, how to put together, how to react to white light, how to react to contrast, how to react to color. You have to be to show that. So for individuals who feel that they can make products and don't have to do comparisons, well, that's pretty bad. Because at the end of the day, anyone can mimic your stuff. Our stuff can't be mimicked, because at the end of the day, we can come and say, well, there you go. So if a customer comes up to me and says, okay, I'm going to spend such and so for this particular acoustic kit, why would I do that? I can just go and get a black piece of fabric and just do the same thing. No, you can't. Because what's going to happen is a black fabric can't read white light. It'll pick up contrast, but it can't read white light, which means your images will come up dirty, murky, and unwatchable. There you go. So this is our demonstration right here. We have lots of these on every single fabric screen we have ever developed, showing off tests just like this. This is the difference when you take everyday fabric like this and you coat this with that invisible phantom technology. When that technology hits the screen, and it has the screen to actually be able to read and register white light, which gives you a brighter, sharper, vivid image with colors and all that beautiful stuff you like to see pop off your screen. There you go. All right, so this is a demonstration we'll have on the website. So when we have customers that will come in and ask these questions, we can give them this. Now, just to tell you how people will test your stuff, I go on forum sites all the time. We saw somebody today on a forum site that had a 200-inch screen, and he said, I went to Home Depot, I got some bare silver screen, I put a little black paint and I made it darker, and this is my screen. It looks amazing. I said, no, your screen is not picking up color. It's not picking up contrast. It's a nice screen, beautiful, 200 inches, but you're not picking up color and contrast. Then I showed them, now keep in mind, we get the heckles. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. They don't understand we have tons and tons of information on gray screens. And on top of that, I used to develop and make that stuff at the end of the day, so I know what it is. So we showed them some demonstrations of the old digital and crystal screen paint demonstrations, showing that, yeah, I'm quite familiar of your product. I used to make it, sell it, was contracted the whole 9 yards. And then I showed them the results of showing the black versus gray, where you're watching a black screen pull contrast, color, way beyond what gray screens can do. And then we show them the demonstrations in the fully lit environments, outside demonstrations, 150, 180 inch screens. And that's the end of the conversation. Now the conversation turns to, where can I get it from? You have to be to back your product at the end of the day. That's why gray screens should be doing demonstrations against gray products, showing that there's a difference between the two. But they can't, because at the end of the day, all gray screens, no matter if they're dark gray, no matter if they're light gray, all perform the same way. They do. We done the test. I've done the test way back 7 years ago, before you guys even knew who I was. We done the test, and we found that out. They all do the same thing. Now, when a customer comes in and says to me, okay, I like the acoustic. Oh, and by the way, with that acoustic coating we give you, don't spray that on anything you want. At the end of the day, it's designed for an acoustic surface. Now, if you want to go gun-ho and do a piece of fabric, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be acoustic. That surface that we give you is acoustic. That's free. It comes from our company. So we give you that free. Pretty soon, we're going to be making our own, because I got that grommet machine coming in pretty soon. I need a grommet machine and a sewing machine to make my own screens, because you got to double fold them at the end. So they have to be double folded. They got to be stitched. And they have to do is you punch your holes in, and you drop your grommets in, and the machine goes, and you're done. We'll start making our own pretty soon, our own acoustic screens. But anyway, because it's a lot cheaper, instead of me going down to a third party and getting them shipped in, I can make them myself. I can order bulk, go to a fabric shop, have it shipped here, have it cut, design, put it on a little tailor shop. Where can I put a tailor shop in? I'll figure it out. But anyway, and just make them myself. And I can make them any size I want. I can do 235.1, which I would love to do. But anyway, getting back to this right here, you have to be to show the difference between the two. Because like I said, it's going to come up in the conversation with the customer. He's going to say, hey, look, I don't need to buy your product. I can just go out and get black fabric and do the same thing. Well, go ahead, because that's what you're going to get at the end. Dirty, mucky image. If you can't see white light and it doesn't pick up, it affects everything. All right, with that being said, I wanted to put this out here and show you the difference between the two, because like I said, I myself would question it. I'm a very hard on, I guess I would be very hard on other people's products, especially if they don't back them up. So I'm definitely hard on them. So I'm definitely going to be hard on myself. So at the end of the day, I'm going to sit there and go, well, you know, me being a customer, I'm going to put that kind of money out. At the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that that product right there is going to do what it's supposed to do. There you go. All right, gotta go. I have to paint the room, the rest of the room today. Let's get that knocked out of the way. So I have to paint the rooms, paint all this right here, the areas we didn't get. You see right here, the areas are not white. They have to be done, It's not much, so this is gonna be quick and fast. And then I have to wait for the rest of the paint to get here, because I have to paint the gamer screen, because most of the formula came in today, which I'm happy about, because that allows me to do a paint. I have to do a wall paint on demonstration here, and a wall panel demonstration here on using the black technology. And then once that demonstration is done, then I got to paint over that and turn that to white again. So that's going to be next. That's why they're taped up like that, because we're doing wall demonstrations. This is all for the website. I told you as we go along, we're going to be doing things like motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens with the invisible technology, and we're turning everything into acoustics, like literally everything we get our hands on, turn to acoustics. So we're going to have some involved with this stuff. We're going to do a lot of spray on and roll on demonstrations. What's the difference between spraying and rolling? Which one is better? So we spray one side of the screen, other screen with that, and all that kind of stuff. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to have segments. And I don't care if people get upset and ruffle over this. And I don't know why you would at the end of the day. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, I'll tell you something. People who want the best from their home theater setup don't get ruffled over that. People who sell those products get ruffled. What I mean by ruffled, your feathers get ruffled at the end of the day. Because if I'm basically buying a product at the end of the day from my home theater setup, I want to know which screen is going to be the better screen for my home theater setup. I mean, if I spent all that money for a projector and seating and lights and popcorn machine and the whole 9 yards to set up this ultimate home theater package, I want to make sure that I'm going to get the best screen possible. So at the end of the day, if somebody comes up and says, hey, gray screens are this, that, and the other, blah, 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 then you show me where and how. And if they can, why would I get ruffled over that? Because I want the best in my theater setup. The only people that get ruffled over that are people who are basically either making that or somehow they support it. And I don't even know how you're doing that at the end of the day, because you can't back your product like I'm doing right now. You can't back a gray screen. It's virtually impossible. They all blend together. Now I got some kills, the primer. We got some stuff. We got this bright white. I ordered a can of gray, which is coming in pretty soon. That's still not going up. Basically, at the end of the day, like I said, the tit for tat, we're not doing that whole going to websites and stuff. We're not doing that crap anymore. We're done. You know, basically, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be lying at all on a website. You never should lie on a website. People are going there to read, to get information that they need. If you're basically going to do electrical work on your home, you want to make sure that the information on the website is correct, right? You know what I mean? They're reading something like, hey, do me a favor. When you're actually grounding in a ceiling light, you want to basically suck on the grounding wire as you're installing it in. You don't want that, because you're not, you know, when you get done that job and you're not going home, you're going to see God at the end of the day if you did the right thing. But anyway, yeah, you want to make sure you're getting proper information off websites. So information on there needs to be legit at the end of the day, and it has to be. That's why everything you do has to be tested and has to be shown on live first. And then that's why I feel it must be done on live first. Maybe not everybody, but it should be done live first. Everybody can see it. There's no smoke and mirrors. That's why I don't like doing pre-records. I can't stand doing them, because at the end of the day, it's not like, it gives me a chance when I do live that you actually see it in real time. Kind of hard to fake that demonstration. Very hard. So with that being said, that's why I think if people are going to be doing demonstrations, they need to back up what they are saying on their sites and not just put it up there for the sake of just putting it up there. If that's the case, and I can put any bull crap I want at the end of the day on my website, and you will believe it at the end of the day because I said it. No videos to back it up at all, period. Just come on and say, yeah, we got this screen paint that does blah, 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 and that's it. With no test, nothing behind it whatsoever, and expect for you to give me money for it. It has to be test done at the end of the day. That's how it's done. Now, the only people that will get offended over this are people who support these individuals and their actions, or people who make these products at the end of the day. Because a person who really wants the best for the home theater is going to want the best at the end of the day. And when it comes down to it, if you got a black technology, I told you, the most dangerous screen you could have is a black screen that can register white light. There you go. And there it is right there. That's a Black Widow coating. It's not the screen. You can get the screen at the end of the day and set it up. You're just going to get that dirty look to it without that coating at the end of the day. Once you apply that coating, you get that nice, bright, pretty white over there. All right, I got to take pictures of this. I got to do another company, do a straight promo, which just talks about the screen and what we're displaying here. So we can have this on the website, because like I said, this is important, because if you don't, and you can't go into a forum site with this stuff, because keep in mind, at the end of the day, they would chew you up in there. I love going to forum sites, I really do. But I like the doubt. I love the doubt, because we have the test demonstrations that are done, tons of them. So we can go like, here's pictures here, boom, boom, boom. Here's video links here, boom, boom, boom. This is customers, boom, boom, boom. This is our test here, boom, boom, boom. That's the end of it. That's why I like going into forum sites, because we can go in there fully armored and know exactly, we can walk and navigate through that. But if you're a gray screen paint product and having through there, guess what? You're in there with 800,000 versions of yourself in there at the end of the day. Now, and I had the message. Yeah, I think I had the whatchamacallit we talked in there. I think we were there having the conversation. When we were in there and we showed off the black screen, the first one we got was, oh, it's black paint. I love these the most. It's black paint. I could do the same thing with black fabric. Somebody pointed out paint on screens. Paint on screens is not black. We got them here. Paint on screens is actually dark gray. That's not black. So all those solutions they came up with. It got to be this. It got to be that. Let them talk. Let them get it out of their system. Let them just throw out the doubt. Let me hear it all. What you got? Just come and throw it at me. Tell me whatever you got. When they got done, I said, here you go. Paint on screens demonstration. Boom. We did that one already. Screen's dark gray. It's not actually black. Came on here, here's black paint versus our product. Doesn't even match up. Here's black fabric, doesn't even match up. Ambient light projection technology, oh, we don't have it. Here's my screen at 150 inches outside. Here's my screen at 180 inch outside. Here's my screen with 250 inches side by side outside. What time did Alexa say? Oh, 451. What kind of projector are we using in the demonstration? Only 4,000 lumens? Yeah, we were eating it up in there. We destroyed them in there. What else you got? Here's my screen versus gray paint. We got Sherman-Williams. We got a gray material. We got people's screen paints. Yeah, we were in there doing all our test demonstration. At the end of the demonstration, all we got was return. Where can we buy? This is why tests are important, because you can back your stuff at the end of the day. And your stuff is impossible to be mimicked. So say somebody comes on and says, hey, look, I got their product and the screen came out too dark. And it looked just like, and the minute we see an image that looks like that, we automatically know from the door that the product you're showing is not our product. Because we can tell the screen's coming up too dark. Much like black paint. Okay. There we had that talk right there. I got to get back to work. When I get back in, I'm going to be doing a promo, just basically just me explaining what we're doing here. That's going to be for the website. That's going to be for our customers. This is just pretty much explaining what we do and what you should be doing at the end of the day. You back your products at the end of the day. Because whatever you do, boys, I'm sorry, I can't call you boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you do in life, people are always going to require for you to be able to back it up. You can say you're the world's fastest runner, you're the world's fastest jumper, you basically can do this, you can do that. Oh, you can? Let me see you do it, buddy. Back it up. There you go. That's one of the things I do enjoy. All right, let's see. We got the acoustic screen. What are we doing today? Let's see. Because I'm up. Once I'm up, my brain functions on a whole different level. Most people, when they get up, they go back to sleep. My brain doesn't work that way. Once my eyes open up, bing, a work mode triggers off. So, and I like working with this stuff at the end of the day. But what I'm going to be doing is today we're going to do more demonstrations for this on Facebook, because this really ensures a lot of people at the end of the day, they're not getting an everyday fabric. They're not getting scammed. So you have to be to back it up. Let's see what else. We got to finish painting the room in here. I don't know how much stuff. I'm going to have to pull out everything out of here. Okay, this wall's done. I don't have to touch nothing in this section at all. So this is nowhere where this is ever going to get hit with paint. I'm pretty much going to probably paint because we got most of the room done. Literally, we got one little spot over in there that has to be done. This whole section of the wall. I don't know if I did this whole section or not. I'm pretty sure I did, because look, it's matching my baseboard pretty good. And we got this wall over here. That's not going to be anywhere near my stuff, so I don't have to touch anything over here. I finished all this, so don't worry about that. This, yeah. I'm going to have to cover this up with plastic. Cut everything off, cut off with plastic, because I'm not moving. There's a lot of equipment. We just have to paint that one section right there. And we have to paint this section here. And then we have to do the paint on demonstration for that. Have to paint that section right there. That's done. And then after that, we have... Yeah, pretty much. We're finished. That's it. So what I'm going to do with the rest of the... Oh, yeah, I got to paint the back of the wall downstairs in the office near the theater so the LED lights can pop higher under near the desk. I can use it for that, too. All right. I do need to touch my doors up in here, too, a little bit. You know, doors get dirty so fast. Got to have a touch, especially when they're white. You get dirt on them. Constantly got to do touch-up jobs in here. All right, that's pretty much basically about it. We're going. Oh, we got to do the knockoff projector. That's right. There's a knockoff projector demonstration we have to do. I already got 4 people already asked me about certain projectors. Please, at the end of the day, I cannot express this enough. We're going to be doing a demonstration on a knockoff projector that claims to be 15,000 lumens at 8K. Yes, I said 8K. Can't express this enough. Don't use them. In the bottom of the page, we have all this detailed information. Please read through the information. If you don't want to read through it, at the end of the day, mind you, this is a policy under a website. So we advise you to read through it. That's why, that's the PS4. I don't know why, that's weird. That'll pop up out of nowhere. You got a PS4, you ever seen that pop up? That voice communicator used to pop up like it's actually recording your voice? Cancel. The heck was that nonsense about? Did I request that? No. Told you. The minute you start having voice activation and cameras in your home by gaming systems, they're online, yeah, you gotta be careful. Now, what the heck was that nonsense? Did you hear me request anything at all? No. Okay. That was weird. And I got the screen canceled for to shut itself down. That's why my Alexa is unplugged right now. It's been unplugged for about 2 months. Anyway, neither here nor there. Let's not get to conspiracy theories here. But yeah, end of the day, like I said, you got to back your stuff. So let me get out of here. I got pictures to take of this. I have to go in and do some demonstrations for another channel. And like I said, we need to have all this on the website because I want customers to be able to buy with confidence that they are getting exactly what they are buying at the end of the day. All right, with that being said, I got to get back to work because my email account is basically flooded. Our pre-order shopping carts launched today and things are going off quite nicely. I thank my Lord and Savior for blessing us with all this technology. Oh, and we haven't forgot about the pink unicorn. So we are going to be developing the pink unicorn. It is coming. It's going to be under Black Widow technology. All right, got to go. Thank you all and God bless.